Surprising, 11th ranked Baylor, big victory over Oklahoma last week at home. They're a 1-point favorite on the road against Kansas State because Kansas State is a hot football team. They're 7-3, won 6 in a row. But they've done it on a lot of the running on Skylar Thompson as the quarterback. He can run it and throw it. But Deuce Vaughn, the little guy, is 5'6", but he's got 978 yards rushing, averaging 5.5 yards per tote. They get it done. They're physical. They're good on special teams. They've always been good on special teams. But if you look at what Baylor's been able to do under Dave Aranda, not too high, not too low, even the big victory last week, they're going to steady the ship and they're going to play good football. And they're not going to make mistakes and they're not going to be too high coming off the victory over Oklahoma. I like Baylor, even though they had a big victory last week at home, given the one on the road against a tough K-State team. It'll be a close game, low scoring. I'm going with Baylor to win this game 17-14.
I think Kansas State's one of the more dangerous teams right now. They are really playing very well. You mentioned about Skylar Thompson. He has 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He does throw the ball well, but they run it so well. And the head coach came from North Dakota State, where he had won that championship, and he's using the same formula at Kansas State. We run the ball, we play great defense, we play very physical, and they have really been impressive. As you mentioned, they have won 6 in a row. Their defense is vastly underrated. On the other hand, let's look at Baylor. Baylor could possibly play the championship game if they win out, and if Oklahoma were to get beat by Iowa State or by Oklahoma State, they could end up in that championship game. They're a complete football team. I thought they were so emotional last week. The question I have, unlike you, Mark, is can they duplicate it again week after week? They're going on the road. But the fact that the thousands of students stormed the field after the game just gives you an indication of the emotional that was on that campus before the Oklahoma and during that game as well. How will they play on the road? I think they will play well enough. I think they're a very good football team. I love Bohannon, the quarterback. He's thrown for enough. I think it's 18 touchdowns, but he's a winner. He's a competitor. They aren't impressive. Their defense might be one of the best in the entire country, and because of that, I think Baylor prevails 27-24.